Check. 1, 2, check. Stepping up my game. I got a microphone now. What's up, everybody? Just getting back from Bridgeport, Texas. Season opener for the Central Rock Racing Series and for the National Rock Racing Series. So let's go over the race results. Very excited to say again that we had 38 drivers. Unbelievable. All right, let's do the top 10. We'll do the top 10 here. Round out the top 10, Anthony Garcia. He now has 70 total Cup points. Next up, Steven Mendoza. Steven races in the Texas RC Rock Racing Series. Joe Scroggins, Joe, if I'm saying that wrong, please correct me, is in 8th place. There is a tie at that point, but it's so early on in the season. Joe had expressed, and the tie is with Corey Sanderson, but because Corey had faster times, he is in 7th place ahead of Joe, but they are tied with 73 points apiece. Orchel Cryer, he is from Texas RC Rock Racing, as is Corey Sanderson. Man, those guys showed out in droves. So thankful for those guys coming. All right, top 5. Jake Farina, top 5 driver. Justin Hoback, racing for Hoback Racing. Top 3, your podium finishers. Dex Browder came in 3rd. Gary Picones from 1/10 RC and with the Texas RC Rock Racing Series came in 2nd. And Justin Browder rounding out the top 3 in 1st place. So, again, first race, guys. It is way too early to be making any assumptions at all. Just, for reference here, and Colton, I'm not saying this to be negative at all, but, Colton Hoback, Cup champion last year, he's in 18th place with 56 points, but it is way, way, way too soon to tell. There was a ton of drivers at this race who are not going to be chasing the Cup Series. We might see them in all Central Series races. We might see them in a couple of races, but you can guarantee, it's going to be down to, at least 5, maybe 7 drivers. I'm going to guess. Again, it's way too early. I shouldn't even be doing that, but it's way too early to tell. But there are some seasoned. So there are some seasoned drivers. When I say that, I mean they paid for the entire season. They're going to be racing in all 10 races, we hope. So, it's going to come down. It's going to be a race this year for sure. It's not, last year the Hobacks were the only ones that were really on board 100%, totally believed in what we were doing and totally got in on it. And people are following suit this year like crazy. There are quadruple the amount of seasoned drivers this year than there was last year. So very, very cool stuff. And we appreciate the Hobacks doing that. So if you are a member of the RC Rock Bouncing group or follow me on Facebook, the link is on there for you to go check out where you placed if you raced with us in Bridgeport. Please go check out nationalrockracing.com and get you signed up. Don't forget, Windrock coming up 2 weeks, so we're going to be out there racing again. If you are able, we'd love to have you out. Man, I met some great people this weekend. again, with nearly 40 drivers, and then with their family and bringing kids and everybody with them. I mean, there was arguably 80 people, 100 people there just for the RC race. And what a pleasure it was to see when the first bouncer came off the line, Sam Carter, on Hill 1. I was over there. Claudia had come, and I was trying to get her into a position where she could take some good pictures because, she's an amateur photographer. She likes that stuff, And so I'm trying to get her in place, and when Sam took off, I was heading back to the trailer or something, but up over, it's hard to explain, but the RC bouncer hills were just kind of off to the side at the top of the hill. So when Sam took off, it was a few seconds before he was cresting the hill, and a majority of the drivers for the RC race came sprinting up over the hill, running to the spectator spot that they had taped off to just catch Sam cresting the hill. Man, it was cool. It gave me chills, honestly, because that's one of my biggest things is I'm such a rock bouncing fan, but when you experience it, it's a whole nother ball game, and it's hard to explain, but I want people who are RC enthusiasts to come to these races and become rock bouncing fans too, for the one-to-one rock bouncing. And I haven't met anyone yet who has gone to an RC race and left not a fan, if they weren't already, of rock bouncing, one-to-one rock bouncing. Because, it all comes together, y'all. The UTVs, the bouncers, the RCs, it's all the same. It's all one big family, and I don't know if y'all were watching the live feed, or if you were paying attention while you were driving, if you were a driver there, if you were racing. But Bobby Tanner, the Godfather himself, man, the Godfather of Bounce, was watching y'all race. Yeah, that's a big deal, man. So if it's catching his attention, Timmy Cameron, I know we have pictures of him watching in Texas last year. So, it's all one big happy family. And I love seeing the new guys come in and just completely falling head over heels for it and getting involved. And I say it all the time, if you're walking by and Bobby Tanner is struggling with putting a tire on or something, I don't know, and you walk up and ask to give him a hand, man, he's gonna take it, and and to me, maybe not to some people, but to me that was a big deal. I mean, that's how I was introduced. I was at the UTV race, and Colton Hoback came off the finish line with 2 flat tires. It was in a UTV race, and he was pretty much by himself. I mean, Justin was running the starting line. He really couldn't help him. And so I just asked if I could help. And so he was running back, grabbing spares, and I was taking off flat tires and stuff. But anyway, it was, that's how it really is a family. It comes together, and it's super cool to be a part of that. How about the news that Clyde just dropped on us about the finals being in Oklahoma this year, having mud trucks, and obviously the RC Bouncer finals will be there as well, but the park sounds amazing. I'm excited that we're still going to be going to Bikini Bottoms. We're still going to be seeing the Formula Off-Road guys. That's going to be cool. And then just a few weeks later, we'll be in Oklahoma at finals. So this year we are literally squeezing all of it in and adding more to it. Very, very exciting times. So I'm excited to see where this goes. So let's talk about the next race here. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to the nationalrockracing.com website. You go to 2020 events and the Red Cat RC Cup Series. you can see everything. This website is beautiful. So March 6th and 7th will be the next race. That is at Wind Rock in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. And get on the website, get signed up for it, and we'll do the drawing and everything kind of like we did last time. Hopefully I'll be able to do the drawing this time. Kind of had a family emergency and I wasn't able to do the drawing, but thankfully Clyde and Garion were able to slide in there for me and get it taken care of there. Yeah, any questions or issues or whatever, I mean, it is all right there, from directions to, you know, the address is there, and race registration and everything. So tons of information. Get over to nationalrockracing.com. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Don't forget to check out the live show on Tuesday night. We're going to do it at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So it'll be 6 o'clock my time. Just going to talk about Wind Rock a little bit and get familiar with that park. I think that we were well prepared for Texas. I definitely did learn some things, but we're going to continue to try to keep everything streamlined and everything easy to understand. Again, if you ever have any questions, please reach out to me or Clyde. Clyde has expressed that in drivers' meetings. You know, open door, hit me up. Yeah, I want to make sure that we're all getting to where we need to go, and I also, you know, want to make to just everybody's having a good time. That's it. Bottom line. You guys take care. I look forward to seeing y'all soon.